Okay, so, 2018, Jay, no, I digress. 2019, we did a whole lot of talking about Tesla.
We did.
And that was kind of our thematic topic of the year. It just kept coming up. I would joke that, nary a podcast episode goes by that we don't have something to talk about that's related to either Elon Musk or Tesla, right?
Yep.
In 2020, we spent a lot of time talking about utter chaos, end of the world, end times kind of, pandemic kind of stuff, because that's just what dominated everyone's thoughts.
Right.
This is my prediction for 2021. Are you ready for this?
I am so ready, man.
We've been sort of leading up to this. I may be wrong here. I feel, okay, just, hand, ear to the ground, kind of, been... made a couple phone calls to Miss Cleo. Is she even still around? I don't,
I don't know, man.
I think 2021 is going to be our year to have to deal with Apple. And when I say deal with Apple, I mean maybe in a what the heck are they doing kind of way. We've already kind of started discussing that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think we're done.
Right. I'm with you.
Now, case in point, news came out of Seoul, South Korea.
Yep.
Where I believe Hyundai is headquartered.
Right. And I'm kind of excited about this.
You just like to see me get fired up about Apple.
I do, but I'll say I'll go ahead.
Apparently, and I'm kind of surprised Apple didn't. This is a big no-no with Apple. You don't talk about anything before Apple talks about it. And
right.
Apparently, Hyundai and Apple have signed or plan to sign a deal. I'm getting this off of auto.com.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
But the report says that they're working on an autonomous electric vehicle or an electric car.
Right.
And there's a statement that was made by Hyundai that it was in talks with Apple. And they're looking at 2027 as their target release date for a self-driving electric car.
Yeah, and just so you know, like you said, they've penned the deal. They haven't signed it and completely agreed on it. That's supposed to come in late March. And then if the deal goes through, the language states that they will begin production as early as 2024 in the U.S., and that is reported by Korea IT News.
Yeah, so here's the thing. It's Project Titan, I believe is what they called it, that many years back was widely known that Apple was working on their own car. For whatever reason, they shelved that. My suspicion is they shelved it because they didn't have the expertise in some automotive-specific areas to really do it right.
We said that. Yeah, absolutely, man. Apple. People were speculating that these buildings were that were popping up. They were saying these are going to be plants, and it's just they've never been in manufacturing before. This is not
right.
It's not going to just pop up overnight and all of a sudden there's a plant. You have to partner with somebody that builds automobiles in order for this thing to work. Period.
I just don't. So what's Apple bring to the table?
Well, I mean, they are. I mean, they have the technology as far as the software, the R&D there. Now, where into, autonomous vehicles. I mean, I don't know what they've been. What do you know that I don't know? Because I haven't heard a lot of chatter about Apple being heavily involved in any of that, other than the speculation is they wanted to build one. That's it. That's all I know.
Yeah, well, so you may be onto something, because most of that R&D in terms of the AI portion of these cars, the machine learning, that is heavily born out of Silicon Valley. Now, I just thought of something. If you go back and you watch a recent episode of ours, the podcast is called Driving Over Dummies. And then did we release? I think either by the time this is out, it'll be out if it's not already. But there's a video segment.
The video segment will be out today.
Okay, so by the time you all get this, it's out. One thing that we know for sure is that the Korean manufacturers, I believe Hyundai and Kia, if I'm not mistaken, were both represented in that research, really did not have any good, solid collision avoidance system as it pertains to pedestrians. It was quite comical. Like
driving over
those cars
dummies,
just
man.
blew right. That's where the name of the episode came from. Those cars just didn't even bother to stop.
No.
So perhaps that's Apple's offering to the table. Apple doing partnerships, man. Yeah, I know it isn't a new thing. Do we really need somebody getting into another car manufacturer, as if the market wasn't already saturated enough?
Right, but it's a different environment, man. It's a different environment because of the push to EVs and autonomous technology and all this AI. And who do you turn to for that technology, man? You got to turn to the tech companies. You got to turn to your Googles, your Apples, and we pointed to this in the Ken Block segment. You know, all they have to do is just slap Apple's name on it, and people will just in droves. I mean, yes.
It
by
could
the way, the
literally
video's
be,
out now.
Is it? Oh, thanks, Jay. It could literally be Turd version 2, and people would go by. I just, you know, I mean,
it's true.
I just look. What's next? Are they going to have a cell phone with a camera lens that sticks out this far? You know, I mean.
Right.
I'm
right.
sorry. They've lost their innovation.
Yeah. Well, you know who they're catering to? They're catering to the people out there that think that they are photographers.
Ooh, interesting. It's
just
good.
saying.
It's not bad.
I mean, they're great cameras, but you take all of the work out of it.
Not bad product. It's just not the Steve Jobs era innovation where they push the envelope. So maybe we'll be wrong. This will be a great thing. It'll certainly be a good thing for Hyundai to have Apple involved.
Yeah, oh, for sure, man. And, you know, just to kind of give you a little bit more information on that, guys. So this is it. I mean, this is how serious they are about this. Citing industry sources, the latest report said the pair plan to build those cars at Kia Motors factory in Georgia, or jointly invest in a new factory in the U.S. with a plan to produce 100,000 vehicles in 2024 at the proposed plant with an annual capacity of 400,000 vehicles. Kia Motors, as you guys well know, is an affiliate of Hyundai, so that's why they use joint facilities to get their product in the right spots at the right time. So anyway, it's interesting.
The stuff you learn on this program. Jay.
Will their logo change, you think?